Well, this chapter 15 right here, and like I said, when I get to a key point, I'll let you know. I'll stop the tape and try to explain it to you the best way I can. All right, now let's get this step moving.
And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of God. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire.
Okay, right there when they speak of the sea of glass mixed with fire. Now don't you forget, I'll tell you about the sea. The sea represents, during the time of Noah, all the people that believe in the true God, they had to use the word the seed and how the world was destroyed and all that. All those who believe in that and died, those are the ones that, like I said, represent the sea. And they said mixed with fire. That means in the early chapter, you see that those who wanted God to take revenge on the world early, he gave them a road and told them to rest a little while longer. That's sort of like what it's saying, a sea mixed with fire.
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God.
Now right there it said, those who won the victory over the beast and his image, and to represent the name of the image of the beast. All right, now we already told you who the beast was in my earlier chapter. I told you who the beast was, and I told you the image was. The beast is money, and the image of the beast is the things you can buy. Cars, houses, boats, gold, silver, and all the things you can buy with that money. That is the image of the beast. And like I told you, I spoke of the one that represent by a number. I've told you the only one that represents by a number that I was telling you about is Benjamin Franklin. That's the only one represented by a number right there. And why is I saying Benjamin Franklin? Most people say, well, it's a lot of presidents on dollar bills. Yes, he is. But that's the only one that speak of all the miracles and everything was Benjamin Franklin. And anytime you notice this, anytime you speak up a number, anytime you speak up a $100 bill, the first thing you think of is Benjamin Franklin. You know, I mean, that's just what it's saying. You know, a name represented by a number. I said, well, can I have a Benjamin Franklin? The first thing you say is think it's a $100 bill. And that's sort of like what it's saying right there, you know. Well, let me continue.
And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying,
Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou name art holy. For all nations shall come and worship before thee. For thy judgments are manifest.
And after that I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was opened. And the 7 angels came out of the temple, having the 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, and having their breasts girded with golden girdles.
Okay, right there, so the angels came out with pure and white linen. Now, like I said, white linen represent purity, and also represent like a, you know how you have a new body? You know what I'm saying? It's purity, you know, sort of like that right there. And it said it had a golden band around its chest. The golden band represents righteousness and truth. Now, I mean, like I said, there's a lot that we hear, but we don't understand. I'm going to give you the understanding of all this. They came out from the altar.
And one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials full of the wrath of God, who liveth forever and ever. And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his power.
Okay, like I said, the temple was filled with smoke. Don't you remember? Like I said, those people that died, they asked God to punish when he's gonna punish the world, and they gave him the incense, and he put them on the altar, and the altar was filled up with smoke. That's sort of like what they're saying in that form.
And no man was able to enter
and thunder
into the
and lightning,
temple
God talking
till the
now.
7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled.